And we are back, and this time to check out a pretty interesting guitar that I stumbled across on Amazon. Now, the Fender debut comes as an acoustic. Cool, let's check it out. Now, the name is a little tough. It's a lot to say. The California Debut Redondo series or something like that. This is the new kind of economy line or budget line acoustic series from Fender. It comes in as Squier debut pricing, but it's not labeled as a Squier as far as I can tell. As you can see, I got two of these. They both came in larger Fender branded shipping boxes. The interior guitar box does not seem to have any branding on it whatsoever, but it's telling me not to open it with a hook. No, I'm just kidding. I think that's probably something to do with the warehouse. And it's not taped. I don't think I need any cool blades or knives or swords or axes or machine gun or machetes or something like that. These are two very different models, so let's see which one is first. So the box is kind of pre-busted for me. And the shipping box, for one, was pretty rough, like had holes through it and everything, so I'm hoping there's no damage. And there we go. Right away, this is pretty sweet. This one I got for 120 bucks. The price has already gone up, I think another 18 to 20 bucks since I placed the order. I think it says it's like a spruce top. Another feature that I think is really cool about these is they don't come with any string trees. So they've got an angled but Fender style headstock, 6 in line. I thought that was really cool, and that's honestly one of the reasons why I was kind of interested in this. Give you some food porn or guitar porn, I guess. This one is the electric version. So this one does come with, I'd say, pretty nice specs. Like it has a tone and volume, built-in piezo pickup, and it comes with a built-in tuner, which I thought was cool. As you can see, it's got a really nice binding, sort of like walnut colored, kind of dark wood on the body and the back of the neck. At first I wasn't sure if it was painted, but this is actually like a dark stain. I'd say pretty nicely. And it's my understanding that these are mostly plywood essentially, but I think that's a good thing. They call it laminate. That's really good for strength. It should be able to hold up to some kind of various conditions, whereas a solid wood top or a solid wood guitar is probably more likely to crack, and it's not so great with various humidity, different temperature fluctuations, things like that. It's a little rough around the edges, but like, this does not look like a $119 guitar. This is cool. I really like this. The bridge is cool. It feels kind of rough, but it looks really good. I think it's walnut, maybe? Of course, we're gonna have to tune it up. Definitely has some pretty basic plastic inlays. The fretboard is pretty thick, so it's got a pretty good slab. Plastic nut. Pretty simple, basic 6-in-line tuners. I don't expect much from those. It looks like they're 10mm tuners, so almost anything should swap into this, which I think is kind of nice and easy. With thicker strings on an acoustic, it seems like they're usually a little better for tuning stability. I find that, even with okay strings and not great tuners, acoustics tend to tune a little better than electrics with like light strings and cheap tuners. So maybe they're totally fine. I guess we'll find out. This is cool. So this looks like it comes with maybe a manual. Comes with a battery, which is nice. This is nice. It's like a getting started. Talks about general care, changing strings, not much else. It does come with Fender Play, I think like a free trial or something. I actually haven't tried Fender Play. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have tried Fender Play or if you use any of the Fender apps, let me know what you think. I have tried the tuner app. I like a real tuner. The binding is pretty nice. Where the neck meets the body doesn't look the best. Looks like it could use some kind of like a nice cleanup. Honestly, I'm looking pretty close to see that though, but the binding looks really good. And the joint here, where the binding meets the body at the cutaway, yeah, looks good. Kind of a cool shaped pick guard. I think that's also on the full price Fender Redondos, so I think it's cool that this is like a tribute to that series. Plastic here, this is cool. I really like that headstock. Like this reminds me of the Starcaster, the Tom DeLonge Starcaster headstock. Not the shoe, but the Tom DeLonge version. It even has like the simple Fender logo. That is cool. Dark tones, similar to, but not the same as like the roasted neck. Man, this is definitely really cool. I did not expect to be impressed like this. I mean, I thought it'd be fine, but I think, I haven't played it yet, but I think I might be more impressed by this definitely than the Telecaster. I'm not sure if, probably equal to the Strat, the debut Strat. Let me check really quickly before we hear it. Oh, this is my crappy gauge. So the action is a little above 2.5, not amazing. It could use a slight neck adjustment. There's a little too much relief. I'm gonna use the built-in tuner and then I'll double check it with this Fender tuner. I do seem to like the tuner quite a bit. As you get really close to being in pitch, the indicator lines are actually kind of finer. It seems to be a little better for precision. Now the tuning machines feel a bit stiff. They are brand new. I think this feels better than the debut Strat and Telecaster. Decent response. They seem to work fine, but I've only tuned it twice now. I'd say the tone is pretty nice. I think the feel is definitely better than any Squier acoustic I've played. I think it feels on par with the like $250 or $270 Fender acoustic. And this thing was 120. Yeah, this one was 120 bucks. It's 140 right now on Amazon. I don't really understand how they get this into the price tag. And I do really dig this headstock too. Let's hear it. Let's check to see if it's in tune. I played a few minutes of chords. So according to the tuner built in, it's totally in tune. I played a few minutes of chords. I did not stretch the strings. I know acoustic strings are generally thicker, a little more robust than electric, kind of light gauge strings, but this, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I expected it to be pretty far off. The matte finish I think is really cool. The bridge feels pretty good. The action feels totally fine for an acoustic. I think it was like 2 1/4. Tell me what you think about this guitar. Do you think the tones are decent? If you like the looks, just let me know your overall thoughts. All right, let's plug it in and see what that sounds like. All right, let's hope that sounds good. I'll mess with the tone a little bit. That is all the way up for volume. Let's just have a little bit of fun. It's definitely not meant for this. Overall, I really think this fretboard is pretty awesome. I think I like this neck probably more than the recent Squier debut HSS. I don't know which video is coming first. I think this neck is pretty nice. It feels pretty slim, very comfortable. It feels like the edges are pretty much rolled over slightly, so it's nice and comfortable. So now let's check out the other one. I'll show you which one I picked out. This one's electric, the other one is not. And there we go. We've got this matte black, standard, no cutaway, no electronics, super basic, pretty cool. So the neck finish is different, the bridge looks the same. The paint on the headstock, this is cool. So it's got that matte black, and it's matte black on the back of the neck. What I think would be really cool if they had that neck on this guitar, giving like a black and tan look, that would be sweet. That's kind of interesting. These strap buttons are smaller than on that one. Don't you love when people leave these on for like weeks? I got a new guitar, everyone. So I have lots of interesting guitars lined up, lots of cool stuff, some Squiers, some other brands that you may not have seen on this channel before. So if you subscribe, you will be the first to see what's coming out very soon. Lots of good content. Might break a string here. Oh man. Oh, I don't know if I can turn this anymore. Holy crap. Just really quickly, I want to show this one as well. This one was very tough to tune up. It has the same tuners as far as I can tell. I've had similar experiences with debut series guitars. I've noticed when I have two Telecasters, 3 Strats, 2 of these, it seems like 1 out of every batch is hard to turn. I thought for sure I was gonna snap a string. It seems like 50% of them that I've purchased are kind of where I wanna just pull the tuners immediately. So I think for a beginner, that might be tricky. They might just think that's how it is to tune a guitar, and then they'll be pleasantly surprised when they try something else. Tuning that did not feel like a Fender. Tuning that felt like a Leo James. This one looks great though. The neck feels good. I think the fretboard feels good. So let's see how it sounds. A little better. This one sounds maybe bassier and maybe a little flatter in tone, but it still sounds at least as good as I would expect for the price. A little scratchy on the frets. I think that would wear in just fine. What do you think? I think this one plays totally fine. Tuning it kind of sucks. Honestly, if you get it and it's really, really, really hard to tune, you can send it back and get another one, although, I don't know, I don't really like to do that. I feel like it's kind of a waste if I could just pop some new tuners on, which I like to do anyway. A beginner probably doesn't know how to do that and probably shouldn't have to invest in some tuners. So I do feel an edge here where the paint meets the fretboard. I didn't feel it while I was playing. I just feel it while I'm sitting here stroking this. Okay. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this thing overall. This is a really cool guitar. It is definitely way better than I expected. I expected a Squier packaged in a Fender label and a Fender box. Instead, I got a Fender for the price of a cheap Squier in an unmarked box. Interesting. Yeah, I do recommend this. This is the Fender California debut Redondo Acoustic Electric guitar from Amazon. Yeah, check it out. I just did. It's pretty cool. The price keeps going up. It might keep going up. I have no idea. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty impressed. Let me know what you think in the comments. I do like to get conversations going, so let me know what you think of these. Put it down below and we'll chat. I hope to see you very soon. I'm just going to stick around here long enough for you to decide if you're going to click that subscribe button and or the video that I have here on the screen for you.